How's everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Coach Brian, and this is the Hall of Gains. I'm your National Academy of Sports Medicine certified personal trainer and nutrition coach. Today's video I'm talking about like celebrity training and celebrity fitness and celebrity media and like how the media portrays like celebrities going through their fitness transformations, or was that for to be their actual life, or that to be for their actual roles in movies or TV shows. Now, one that I really wanted to go over was the Bradley Cooper transformation, where he put on a bunch of weight to play as Chris Kyle, the American Sniper, and Bradley Cooper put on 40 pounds, between in a 12-week period, where he went from 185 pounds to 225 pounds. And now many articles have come out, and I don't need to even go over any of them because you can just find a bunch, and they say that one, this was all muscle he put on, which is a lie, and then two, if it was all muscle, he did this naturally without steroids. Now, whether he was on any PEDs, don't really want to say. I'd say he probably was on PEDs to put on 40 pounds and not to have it all be, too much fat. He did put on fat, though. I will show that in the images. But, so, why I think that this is not the, this is the, covering the first issues with fitness in the media and fitness when it comes to celebrities, is that they will lie, or they'll tell the truth, but not the whole truth. They're basically like lying without even actually lying. They lie by telling the truth. And technically, Bradley Cooper could have put on 40 pounds, but is it really putting on 40 pounds? When we talk about gaining weight or losing weight, it's generally muscle and fat. Water retention is just a thing that's completely kind of random. Depends on how many carbs you intake, how much water you intake, and it may be creatine, but it's not really like actually weight. It's just water weight. It's what we call water retention. Really, when we're talking about fat loss or weight loss, it's fat, or when it's weight gain, it's fat, or it's muscle gain. So when we're talking about these huge weight things, we're talking about fat and muscle. But technically, they can say they've lost or gained weight because of water retention. And not even just water retention, but just eating food, and now you weigh heavier after you weigh yourself. So this, in all reality, even though it says it's a 40-pound transformation, could easily be only a 20 to 25-pound transformation, or even less, based on water retention. So, for example, if Chris Kyle was 185 and maybe he was dehydrated, hadn't drinking too much, did a workout, and sweated a lot, he really could have been maybe like 190 instead of 185. And now, but saying that he started at 185, maybe that's the first day he weighed himself for this massive bulk, he isn't lying. And when in reality, at the end, when it said he was 220 or 225, he really could have been 215. And that is because water retention. If he's eating a lot of food, which he was, there were some days where he's eating 5,000 to 6,000 calories. Now, 1 gram of carb can store 3 to 4 grams of water. And so if you're eating a lot, so you're going to be putting on a lot of water weight. So he easily could be 10 to 15 pounds lighter. So he could really be 215 to 210. And then if he just reduced his carbs and worked out, he could get, his real weight. So he could have really been 215 to 210 on that final day, which makes it really only a 20 to 25 pound transformation. And that isn't even to say this is what he could have done on the final day, or his trainer could have had him do. He weighs in at 225 after he's eaten and drink a bunch of liquid. So maybe he eats 8 ounces of steak, has a bunch of potatoes and stuff like that. That's a few pounds of food. Then he drinks a few pounds of liquids. That could also add on to it too. If I weigh myself in the morning and then I eat breakfast, I have a couple of cups of coffee, then I drink my pre-workout, I'm going to weigh several pounds heavier because food and liquids they have mass to it. So that again alters what really happens. Now, 40 pounds in 12 weeks, that is a lot of weight to gain. It's not really that healthy to gain that much weight. At the most, you don't really want to gain more than 2 pounds a week. If you go more than that, it's unhealthy. And so 40 pounds in 12 weeks, that's over 3 pounds per week. So it's not a healthy bulk for Bradley Cooper, who was portraying Chris Kyle in the movie American Sniper. Now, when it comes to actually the weight that he put on, all of the articles say that it's all muscle. That it's, well, if you just compare the pictures of him before, then after the training, and then when he actually cuts again to get the normal weight after his roll, look at his face. That's one of the main, when you can see people losing fat, is the weight they lose in their face. His face is way thicker when he's bigger. It's way thinner when he's smaller. And the two different instances, he's 185 before and after. He's 225 in the middle. His face looks bigger. It's chubbier. There's more fat to his face, which proves for this role he actually did put on a significant amount of fat. Now, if he just put on pure muscle, just pure muscle of 40 pounds, it wouldn't affect fat in the face. You wouldn't gain facial fat from gaining 40 pounds of muscle. So that's how we know that this role actually, he put on a significant amount of fat. It wasn't just muscle. Now, I'm sure that, so for the 12 weeks training, he probably had newbie gains. He doesn't really train much. And then he probably was on some form of performance-enhancing drug. I'm not claiming he is. He might have been. This was still probably majority of a fat gain rather than a musculature gain. Because putting on 40 pounds of muscle in 12 weeks, even on performance-enhancing drugs, is just ridiculous. 20 pounds in 12 weeks is ridiculous too. It probably is more fat. Let's say if this had nothing to do with water retention, it was 40 pounds of just fat or muscle. I'm sure that probably 30 pounds of it was fat and 10 pounds was muscle. You can tell he's way bigger as an American Sniper, as Chris Kyle, but he's not as lean. He just isn't. If you see the pictures, he looks a bit more chubby. Now he looks bigger and stronger, which, that's the thing, he carries his weight well. And putting on the extra muscle makes him look big, and he was already kind of a small guy. So he can put on 40 pounds of weight, most of it being fat, and still look good. And in fact, because of his frame, he's going to look bigger, because he is a 6'1", so he's going to be able to hold weight better. So, yeah, that's the thing with what's wrong with a lot of these portrayals by celebrities and media with fitness is they tell the truth while lying, because his weight could be very different, and then they straight up lie. He didn't gain just muscle. Remember, if you put on muscle, just muscle, you don't gain fat. So if you gain pure muscle, then why is his face fatter after putting on 40 pounds of muscle? It's because he put on fat. It's because he probably put on more fat than muscle. Now, he looked great as Chris Kyle. He doesn't look bad at all. But this is setting up it's bad faith, because now people who read this, they want to do the Chris Kyle diet and they want to get huge. Yeah, but you're not going to be able to do this without steroids, and even then, you're going to be putting on mostly fat if you eat as much as Chris Kyle or Bradley Cooper was. Bradley Cooper put on more fat than muscle. You can tell by looking at the before and after pictures. He looks way stronger, but remember, you gotta remember that you can look stronger by getting fatter too. If you put on muscle and fat, you'll look stronger because you're gonna be bigger either way. So, for example, if I right now put on 10 pounds of muscle, but then 25 pounds of fat, I'm gonna look way stronger than I do right now, because I'm gonna be bigger, and I'm not only gaining fat, I'm gaining muscle as well. So, yeah, that's one of the bad things about the celebrities and all this stuff is they say, oh, I ate a lot, I trained a lot, I had a personal trainer, that's why I had this crazy transformation. And people just aren't smart enough to just say, no, you're on steroids or you're lying. And it's kind of probably both with this whole Bradley Cooper scenario. I'm not going to say that there is, but there is a likelihood that there was performance-enhancing drugs involved. And then two, it wasn't a majority muscle gain. At the very least, he put on a decent amount of fat. You can tell by his facial fat that is heavier, more facial fat when he plays Chris Kyle. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out. Hey guys, I just want to kind of cut in at the end of the video. Basically, I have an Instagram now. It goes under the same name. I'll leave a link in the description so you guys can go follow my Instagram. But I'm also doing online personal training now, guys. So if you want to be trained by me, I will program for you, teach you how to lift weights, You can text, call me, email me when you need advice. I'll give you diet advice. I'll give you recipes, all of that. And it's all starting at only $40 a week. Guys, that's like a cup of coffee a day. So if you want to get personal training, I will give you all the tips and stuff that I've learned and all the tips I've studied, stuff I've used for myself to help me put on muscle while also losing 100 plus pounds at the same time. So if you want to be personal trained by me, go follow my Instagram and DM me there. And eventually I will have a website so you can go through that too. But yeah, just if you want to be personal trained by me, go to my Instagram. It's linked in the description below. DM me and we'll get it all worked out there of how you want to be, personal trained by me.